this is Dr. Emma Hitt-Nichols, and this is the new FDA Approvals Podcast. This is the information on the latest U.S. FDA approvals for May 6th through the 10th, 2024. First up this week, we have a novel mRNA therapeutic cancer vaccine called WGC-043, and that's received approval for an investigational new drug application, IND, allowing it to be evaluated in clinical trials for patients with Epstein-Barr virus-related cancers. The vaccine is a novel mRNA therapeutic cancer vaccine which works by targeting EBV antigens to stimulate the body's immune response against the virus and associated cancers. EBV is implicated in various malignancies, including nasopharyngeal carcinoma, NPC, and natural killer T-cell lymphomas, NKTL, as well as other solid tumors and hematologic malignancies. Currently, a phase 1 clinical trial is underway, focusing on patients aged 18 to 70 years who have failed second-line standard therapies for EB virus-related malignancies. This study will help determine the optimal dose and safety profile of WGC-043 with endpoints including adverse event frequency, objective response rate, progression-free survival, and overall survival. The FDA's approval of the vaccine for clinical trials was granted to WestGene, the biotech company that developed the vaccine. Also this week, the FDA has approved an investigational new drug application for BTX-9341, a novel cyclin-dependent kinase 4/6, that's CDK4/6, bifunctional degrader. BTX-9341 can now be evaluated in phase 1 clinical trials. BTX-9341 will be evaluated for its ability to target hormone receptor-positive, HER2-negative breast cancer that is resistant to CDK4/6 inhibitor therapies. BTK-9341 degrades the CDK and 6 proteins, which are needed for cell cycle regulation in cancer cells. The hope is that this will help overcome resistance mechanisms that affect the efficacy of existing CDK4/6 inhibitors in HR-positive, HER2-negative breast cancer. The phase 1 clinical trial for BTX-9341 will determine the safety, biological activity, and preliminary efficacy of this agent, including as monotherapy and in combination with fulvestrant. The FDA's IND approval was granted to Biotherix. And now a word from the supporter of this podcast, Nascent Medical. Are you seeking expert medical writing assistance? Look no further. Head on over to nascentmc.com. That's nascentmc.com, your one-stop destination for top-notch medical writing services. Our team of native English-speaking MD and PhD level writers can swiftly handle all your writing needs, from needs assessments and manuscripts to slide decks and ad board summaries and more. We're here so that you never have to be without excellent medical writing help. That's nascentmc.com. Also this week, the FDA has accepted a biologics license application, BLA, for a subcutaneous formulation of Nivolumab, also called Opdivo, co-formulated with a recombinant human Hyaluronidase, and that's called RHUPH20. This application encompasses all previously approved adult solid tumor indications for Nivolumab. Nivolumab, a PD-1 inhibitor, was first approved by the FDA in 2014 for the treatment of patients with unresectable or metastatic melanoma following progression after ipilimumab and a BRAF inhibitor. The new subcutaneous formulation aims to enhance patient convenience by reducing administration time to between 3 and 5 minutes compared to the 30 to 60-minute infusion required for intravenous formulation. The BLA was supported by findings from the Phase 3 Checkmate 67T study. The approval of this subcutaneous Nivolumab formulation was granted to Bristol Myers Squibb. The PDUFA date is set for February 28, 2025. Also last week, the FDA approved ColoSense, a non-invasive multi-target stool RNA, mtSRNA, colorectal cancer screening test for adults aged 45 and older who are at typical average risk for developing colorectal cancer. The approval introduces ColoSense as a new option for CRC screening, leveraging RNA biomarkers to detect disease activity. Of note, these biomarkers do not exhibit age-related methylation patterns, often a source of variability in test performance for other tests. ColoSense has demonstrated a 93% sensitivity in detecting CRC and 45% sensitivity for detecting advanced adenomas in average-risk individuals. The test's approval was supported by results from the CRC Prevent study, which assessed over 1,800 individuals aged 45 to 49 and showed 100% sensitivity in detecting CRC and 44% sensitivity for advanced adenomas in this age group. The approval of ColoSense was granted to the manufacturer, Genioscopy Inc. And if you're interested in AI in medical writing or editing and want to know how to utilize ChatGPT and other chatbots effectively in medical writing, then go to learnamastyle.com. That's learnamastyle.com. I'm about to open up the AIMWE, AI in Medical Writing and Editing course for registration this week. Depends on when you're listening to this, of course. Anyway, just go to learnamastyle.com. Thanks so much and have a great week.